All right, Ron Temple from Lazard. This is the Livewire Rapid Fire. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Your base case is for a US soft landing. What is the one thing that could upset that view?
Two things I'll give you. One, geopolitics. Two, deficits. I worry that deficits are on an unsustainable trajectory in the US and around the world. Hard to know when it'll go wrong, but I do worry about the Liz Truss moment of fall 2022 in the UK. Could happen in the US someday.
In the past, you have argued that earnings downgrades are coming. Are they still coming?
No. I think that was a case where I got it wrong last year. I expected margin pressure. I was worried about economic weakness. U.S. economy sailed through the rate hike cycle. This year, I think we're in rate cutting mode. Growth will probably be quite good. Margins, I think price pressures are largely behind us. So good story.
Out of the US, India, and Japan, where are you most bullish on in 2024 from a cross-asset investing standpoint?
I would say S&P 493 in the U.S. and Japan are closely tied. India's tough at 25 times forward earnings. A lot of good news is built in. On a 5 to 10 year view, India looks really attractive.
Good answer. So the current yield on a US 10-year bond, about 4%. Current dividend yield of the S&P 500, about 1.5%. What looks like the better buy to you over the next 5 years, bonds or equities?
Equities.
What is the single biggest geopolitical risks for the year ahead in markets?
I think the biggest risk in the year ahead is probably the U.S. election, because it will lay the foundation for what will happen over the next 4 years or longer in terms of geopolitical risk around Ukraine, geopolitical risk around East Asia, China. So I think that is, and frankly, the long-term viability of NATO and other military organizations. So a lot is riding on this November 5th election in the U.S.